Hello. Yesterday was the anniversary of the death in 1662 of Blaise Pascal, a mathematician who also got involved in inventing things like calculating machines and transport systems. But after his conversion to Christianity, he wrote about faith, uh, and he reckoned that human beings did not spend enough time really facing up to the realities of what it is to be human. And he said at one point that all human misery derives from not being able to sit in a quiet room alone. He thinks that people struggle and suffer because they haven't faced up to what it is to be human. You mean, yet when he faces up to what it is to be human, he ends up feeling an utter dread. He talks about the eternal silence of those empty spaces that he feels when he does that quiet reflection, and that these empty spaces fill him with dread. And out of this feeling comes his famous wager. He says that if you, and everyone's got to make this choice, if you choose to believe in God, and there is a God, well, you're all right. And if there isn't a God, you're still all right. Whereas if you choose not to believe in God, and there isn't a God, you're all right. But if there is a God, you're not all right. You don't know what will happen when you die. And so the most sensible thing, he says, is to believe in God. Well, I'm not sure that I would accept that as a very valid reason for faith in God, and certainly doesn't show any respect for God. But the thing that struck me as interesting particularly was this need to see life as a wager, as a bet, as a gamble, emerged out of this sense of dread that he talks about. And I think that when I sit on my own in a silent room, it's not dread that I want to approach, it's joy. I think I want to think about all the beautiful things in the world, all the extraordinary experiences that life brings, all the love and friendship that we can find if we're lucky, and all the different ways in which we can just celebrate the wonders of creation. And those experiences, those reflections, which are perhaps, one might say, more to do with the heart than with the mind, those, I think, are the things that are they are just as much part of human reality as his dread of silent spaces. And so I think for me that's the way in which I would want to reflect, and it's that leads me into faith. You could say that all those things are purely haphazard, and we're just very lucky to have them. But I think there's more to it than that, and I think they are a design and they're a gift for which we can for which we can give thanks, and which we can celebrate by committing ourselves to a faith which is, for me, certainly more than just a gamble.